So guys, how are you doing? We're going to look at a very important feature called modals. They look like pop-ups, but they're not exactly pop-ups. They're modals. Let me find a button to pull up a modal. This is an example button. If you click on this, you see, one thing about modals is that the rest of the page becomes dark. You can't do anything on the rest of the page until you sort out the modal. You understand? And while you're working on the modal, you can work on the rest of the page. If you want to work on any part of the page, the modal has to disappear, unlike we saw on popovers. So sometimes some things you're doing might require modals. For instance, when somebody clicks on sign up, sometimes you need to pull up the sign up page like that. Now what we're going to do is to demonstrate how it works. I'm just going to show you through the different types of modals, then I'll show you how it works, because the way it works is just the same. Alright, so this one is a long modal, and this one is vertically centered. You see, it's in the center, not at the top. Just basically depends on what you're trying to achieve. These ones are like tooltips. You see, you can put tooltips inside modals, and this one you can have tricks. Basically, it's just a web page that can contain anything you have. So modals are really very interesting. Like I said, you can add forms inside it. You can add different forms inside it. So that's it. A whole lot of things can be there. Look at this small modal, large modal. I'm just showing you through. Then we're going to demonstrate how it's being done. The way it's being handled, or the way it runs, is just exactly the same way every other modal works. The popover works. So let me show you. We need a code for a modal. Okay, so the way it works is that, first of all, there's going to be the button. There's a code for the button. This button, when somebody clicks on it, the modal will be triggered. And this button has to this is the button that will trigger the modal, but then the rest of the code for the modal can be anywhere on your page, whether directly under the button or at the bottom of your page, or in another file where you're using it to import into your page, depending on the platform you're working with. So here, let's paste the button. We used to paste something under our nav. At the bottom of the nav, let's paste, this is the button that will trigger our modal. Alright. Now we're going to paste the code for the modal. Before we paste the code for the modal, let me show you what this looks like. So the button is supposed to appear here, somewhere here. See the button? Now if we click on it, nothing happens because it's trying to trigger something that doesn't exist. So let us import it. We'll copy the rest of the code for the modal, and we're back. We'll paste it underneath. So what you have to understand is that you can have 10, 20 different buttons on your page triggering different modals, but each button should know which of the modals it is talking to. So the way to know is that the data target, look at it, example modal with hash. You put hash, then give a name, and then in the modal tab you give it the ID. Look at it, ID. So this ID must match the example modal. That's how this button knows that it's talking to this modal. So let me show you a typical example. So if we come back to our app, refresh, we'll click on this. See, the modal pulls up, cool. And you can add more things here. So this place that has 3 dots, that's where you can add more things. Let me show you down here. That is the body, modal body. You can say the partner is the greatest programming tutor in the world, and this is for real. Believe me, I must be the greatest. I must be the greatest. I just beat Sonny Liston and I'm only 22 years old. I must be the greatest. Alright, so we're there. We're going to refresh, then we'll click. You see, that's the content, and then you can adjust these buttons any way you want. Let me change the color of this button. Remember how we change colors in Bootstrap? The way to change color, it is primary. I can do it secondary. I can call it secondary, and we refresh. You see, it has changed color. So, but that doesn't mean that the modal itself is changing color. Here we can change the color of the modal and even the buttons. Look at the modal, and I think if I remember clearly, let's get the button color first. This is button primary. We can call it danger, and let's see if we can remove the clear button. The close button will refresh. So there's now one button and it's now red in color. And now what I want to show you is this. You can change the color of the background. Let me show you. This modal, the background is transparent. As you can see, we can see what's on the background. But what if you don't want people to see what's on the background? We can change the color by saying BG. What color do we change? Info. And we refresh. If we click the modal, see the whole background has changed to blue. Another thing we can do is BG danger, and it all changes to red. So it depends on what you want. BG light, you see. So it depends on what you want, the way you want to design it. That's how it works. Now another thing you have to know is that our modal it fades in and out. Look at fades in, fades out. So, but if we remove this fade, you see, it doesn't fade in and out again. It just drops in by force and disappears. There are many other settings. If you just scroll through these modals pages, you'll see many other tiny little settings you can do. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next video.